I'm gonna go get some water per usual. All right, we're backy. Put this motherfucker on. Put this mofo on real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Chupas. We're gonna go ahead and get into a little bit of some dark, creepy stories. True, deep web horror stories that are animated. How true? How not cap it is? Who knows? We're about to find out though. We're gonna go ahead and watch, react, and possibly judge. What am I doing again? Sorry, I forgot.
I've always been careful when exploring the deep web. I know the rules. Never download anything. Never enter chat rooms where people ask for personal information. Never click on links you don't trust. I've followed these rules for years, treating it like a controlled experiment. A dark curiosity.
Damn. So this guy's been going on the dark web for years. He got some experience. He got some notches under his belt. Wonder what this guy's been doing on the dark web for years. Alrighty.
Nothing more. My friends knew about my interest and, over time, they convinced me to start making YouTube videos about it. At first, it was just for fun.
Alright, we're
talking
kind of
about
watching the
creepy
videos
sites,
now.
urban legends, and the weirdest things I'd found. I never showed anything illegal. Never went too deep. But my audience kept growing.
Before? Okay.
The more I pushed the limits, the more views I got. And I started to enjoy the thrill of it. That's what led me to that night.
Okay.
The night I went too far. It started like any other recording session. I had OBS open, my mic ready, and my VPN running.
Oh, damn. So this guy was on the dark web while streaming at the same time, or not, possibly not streaming, but just playing, recording. Ballsy.
Subscribers had sent me a link, claiming it led to an impossible website, a place you could only visit once. They swore that no one who entered it ever found it again. I didn't believe that, obviously. URLs don't just vanish. But I was intrigued. I clicked the link. At first, the page was empty. Just a black screen. Then, white text faded in.
Thinker one.
I tried closing the browser. Nothing happened. My entire screen was frozen. Then, my speakers let out a sharp static burst. And my room suddenly felt wrong. My door creaked. The air felt steel. That's when the real nightmare began. My monitor flickered. I tried to force a shutdown, but my keyboard was unresponsive. The mouse was useless. Even Task Manager wouldn't open. The only thing I could do was stare at the screen as the text changed again. Stay with us.
Spooky.
Then, OBS crashed. My webcam light turned on by itself. The reflection in the screen showed my face, pale and tense, but something felt off.
Whoa, this fucking homie's pubes are longer than his wee-wee. That's crazy. Look at that demon ass vato. La Llorona. That's fucking La Llorona's pubes right there. That's why there's no wee-wee. It's buffed out. Fucking Llorona.
I wasn't alone in the reflection. There was someone behind me. I spun around. Nothing. Just my dark room. I grabbed my phone to turn on the flashlight, but the battery was dead. That didn't make sense. I had 80% just minutes ago. The lights flickered. My monitor went black, and then a video started playing. It was my webcam feed, but not live. It was a recording of me sitting at my desk, staring blankly ahead. But I wasn't moving. I wasn't blinking. I wasn't breathing. Then the screen distorted, static filling the display. My own face warped and
Damn,
twisted, stretching unnaturally.
that's some crazy
The
shit.
audio turned into whispers, low and constant, speaking in a language I couldn't understand. The whispers got louder, rising to an unbearable screech, forcing me to cover my ears. I felt something behind me again, closer this time.
Fucking homie's getting possessed over the internet. That's why you don't go on the dark web. Getting possessed like 5 minutes into clicking the button. Hey, that's a risk you're willing to take for being on the dark web. Get possessed by the fucking Llorona with long ass fucking pubes.
The hairs on my neck stood on end. My chair rocked slightly as if someone had just touched it. I didn't want to turn around, but I had to.
Oh,
My
damn.
breath caught in my throat as I
My
slowly
neck
shifted my gaze.
and my
The
back.
shadows of my room seemed deeper now, darker than they should be. A shape flickered near the doorway, tall,
There she
thin,
is.
shifting as it struggled to stay in place. It twitched unnaturally, its form glitching like a corrupted video file. It took a step forward, and the floor groaned under its weight. The video on my screen looped again, my unmoving face staring right through me. The thing at my door jerked its head towards me, as if acknowledging my presence. My body froze, every instinct screaming at me to run, but there was nowhere to go. My door was shut. The screen pulsed with another message. He
I see
sees
you. Oh,
Then
he
the face
sees
appeared.
you.
It was warped, stretched like a digital glitch. A mouth too wide, eyes sunken but staring directly.
It's like one of those things, the old school fucking early 2000s video game of no, it wasn't even a video game. It was just like find the Waldo, and then you're looking into the screen looking for Waldo, and like 10 seconds later, the shit like Yorona or fucking Skeleton Dude or who was it? Uh, the fucking broad from The Exorcist would just pop out and scare the shit out of you with loud ass noise. Early 2000s.
At me. The screen distorted as it got closer. The audio turned to garbled whispers.
Everybody got hit
Then,
with that
in a
shit.
clear voice, it spoke. Run. I pushed
Hey,
back from
homie,
my
you
desk.
better run.
My door rattled violently. The handle twisted on its own. I tried to open it, but it wouldn't budge. The walls groaned as if something was pressing against them from the other side. Then the blood started seeping through. Dark streaks oozed down the walls,
What the
thick
fuck?
and slow. Faces began to emerge from the stains, stretching, forming hollow expressions. Their mouths opened, soundless, but I could feel their screams inside my head. They
Damn,
weren't
homie
just
did
appearing.
get
They were trying
possessed
to
over the
escape.
internet.
The room seemed to tilt. The air felt heavy, suffocating. I gasped for breath, my heart hammering against my ribs. The screen flashed again, but this time it wasn't just text. It was me, but not me. My reflection was grinning, its head tilting in sharp, unnatural angles.
This is his
My lips
possessed
moved,
face.
but the voice wasn't mine. You don't belong here. Then the power cut out. My room was swallowed by
I would have
darkness.
jumped out the window as soon as I started seeing that fucking demon shit. It says don't go. Motherfucker, I'm out. Why am I gonna be staying inside and shit and just nah. We're not doing that. We're not staying to find out, see what happens. Fucking bouncing. Get the fuck out of here, homie. Let's go.
But I wasn't alone. I grabbed my
Shit.
chair and slammed it against the door. The wood didn't even crack. My computer screen flashed again. The files on my desktop multiplied, filling every inch of the screen. The same message repeated in each file name. Run, 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 run. One file opened on its own. It was a text document.
Hell
There
yeah,
is
there's
no
a way out.
You are with us now.
I'm out
The
jumping out
walls
the
pulsed,
window.
shifting. The faces broke free, their limbs stretching unnaturally as they crawled from the walls. The air was thick with the smell of rot. My head throbbed, my vision blurred.
I'm
They
about to
moved
get taken.
toward me, jerking, twitching, their fingers reaching. The light bulb above me shattered. The darkness swallowed the room. I clawed at the walls, desperate to escape, but my fingers found no purchase. Cold, skeletal hands wrapped around my wrist, pulling me downward. My own screams mixed with theirs, a chorus of suffering filling the room. My screen glowed one last time, flashing a final message before everything went back. Welcome home. I woke up. My head jerked up from my desk.
Oh, he's
My
possessed.
monitor
It's
was
not even
normal.
him anymore.
The door was fine. No blood, no faces, no whispers. I took a deep breath, trying to steady my hands. A nightmare. It had to be.
I think homie just got fucking MK Ultra. Straight up, the sound vibrations, that loud ass noise that he was hearing at the beginning, the weird ass chanting. I think that's some weird ass vibration that just put him asleep and induced these fucking psychosis, dreams, hallucinations, or whatever he was fucking experiencing. But there's some shit like that can happen through the dark web. Fucking frequencies, man. There's vibes, vibrations, and frequencies. It's the main thing.
Maybe I fell asleep mid-recording. I opened OBS to check the footage. Nothing was there. The recording had stopped before I clicked the link. There was no video, no evidence of what happened. I exhaled in relief, leaning back. Then I saw my desktop. The files were still there. A new document had appeared. Its title, just my name. My fingers trembled as I clicked it open. Inside,
could it
only
be?
one sentence stared back at me. You never left. One file was
What the
open.
hell?
A text document. My stomach clenched as I read the words.
You never left.
Congratulations. You've seen it. You saw hell for a few seconds. That's where you're going when you die. My cursor moved on its own,
What?
highlighting the last sentence over and over
That's
again.
crazy.
My
You said
web
you
light flickered
experienced
on.
hell?
Something
You got induced and straight up hallucinations sent to El Cucuy? This fool saw El Cucuy then. Damn. He's cooked. El Cucuy sees you, it's over. You gotta run. You never let fucking El Cucuy get you.
behind me let out a slow, rasping breath. I
Said
didn't turn
fucking
around.
Cucuy.